She just
Hard ass swallow.
I didn't even know you heard that. For real.
The gulp.
I didn't even hear it. Oh. So I'm like, why didn't they start? I was like, that's my bad.
Oh man.
Wow. Sorry.
That's all good.
Hi.
Welcome to episode 18.
Oh.
That's it. It has begun.
Oh.
Yeah, we can keep that in.
We're going to keep that in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Hey.
Apparently I gulped, y'all. I didn't hear it.
Mad line too.
We're starting this podcast with a nice big old gulp from Mel.
Sorry. I didn't even know. I was like, why aren't they starting?
That's how you know the drink is good.
Oh, man. My bad.
We are here with episode 18, right? It's 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're getting closer and closer to that 20th episode. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
I feel like everything is a milestone. 5,
It
10,
is.
15,
20.
20.
25.
Just so
You know, celebrate everything, right? I am your host, before I get yelled at by Babe, Cortnie. I'm joined by the lovely and talented.
Oh.
Wow.
Melissa, thank you.
And mixologist in the house.
Hey.
Babe.
The best mixologist ever.
Why, thank you.
Oh, don't gas him up.
I have
Keep it
to.
Keep it coming.
I have to. These drinks are on point.
Yeah. What we got today, babe?
Mexican Firing Squad.
Mexican Firing Squad.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either, but it's good.
Most bartenders probably haven't heard of it.
I know, right? What's in it?
Tequila, grenadine, lime juice, soda water.
Simple but delicious and refreshing. I feel like I'm on a beach with white sand.
You have such a great imagination. I can't picture that at all.
I really wish.
It's hot in here, like if you
I
were.
just
You know, it instantly gets hot. Like we
Yeah.
put the AC on down here and we had the fan going for like an hour or two before we come down here for the podcast, just so it could be cool for a while. Immediately goes away as soon as we turn it on. It's like hell right away.
Yeah. Well, we are on the ground, so I guess we're close to it.
Yeah, he's stupid. I was about to say yeah.
I'm so stupid because I was lost. I was like, underground,
mean?
close to what? The floor? Like close to the floor? Pendeja.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not even like fully halfway through. It's all right.
I feel like I haven't shouted out people in a while, you know? Like, I want to shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us.
Oh.
From day one, our day oneers. We just did a live video, which was kind of pathetic because we were hoping that more people would get on. But thank you to Janine, Blondie Rocks on Instagram. So she came on and she was talking to us. And
Jessica was there for a hot second.
Jessica came in and left.
I feel like we're just going to make the excuse of it's Friday. And people are out. Even though if I wasn't here, I'd be home. Probably watching that live. It just is.
Yeah, I would be too. But thank you, Janine. We appreciate you. She was day one. She was the first YouTube subscriber. So, pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah. I also wanted to shout out. We got a new review on iTunes from somebody by the name of Low Key World. And he gave us a 5-star review, and it was dope because it's a male perspective. Like, you know, he was shouting out, you know, how it's cool to listen to the woman's perspective. So I was like, oh wow, that's great, because you know, people see our logo, it's all peachy and pink and stuff, and they think, yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. That's for girls.
Only the smart ones know. Listen to what we say, because we are gonna help you. At least help you with me.
We hope you guys get something out of this. If not, a little bit of entertainment, you know, that you just have someone to relate to and laugh with, and maybe even cry a little bit about the craziness that goes on in life.
I'm crying inside.
Yeah,
I just won't cry on this.
She keeps saying that, but I'm telling you, she gonna have her moment. She gonna have it. Today's topic is patience and faith. I don't know why I took my time with that, but
it's mad long intro.
That's okay.
Patience is a complex topic. There's so many different avenues you can go with it, like so many different aspects of patience that we could talk about.
I feel like I'm low on patience and higher on faith. Very low patience.
That's funny.
But don't you need patience to have faith?
No.
I think you need faith to have patience.
Something like that, yeah. I don't know.
I think they're codependent, actually.
Yeah, you gotta have one for the other.
Because what is patience? What's the definition of patience?
It up right. Okay. Patience. Sorry. Patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset.
See, so you need patience to have faith.
You do.
Viste.
Deep thinker over there.
I don't know.
Yeah, because with patience, you're exercising faith that what you're waiting for will eventually happen.
Right.
So you have to be patient and sit back and just know within yourself, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You have to constantly remind yourself, because it's easy to lose patience when you're waiting on something, regardless of what it is you're waiting for. You can lose patience with yourself. You can lose patience with your partner. You can lose patience with, I'm having a hard time saying that. You can lose patience with waiting on your career, and like figuring out what your passion is and what you're going to do.
That's the hardest thing to be patient with. That's the hardest thing.
Because you just want to get there, especially if you're in a place where you don't want to be,
Yeah, at least direction. I feel like that's where I'm struggling, and I have the least amount of patience. It's like, what the fuck?
Yo,
tell me already. Tell me.
I know.
It won't be that easy, huh?
Seriously. I bought a journal, though, like, dedicated to that. Like, figuring it out, and they ask questions and stuff. So,
it's like a guided journal kind of?
It is. I haven't started it yet. I've had it for like a year.
Not much guidance there.
At all. Yeah.
It takes a while. It's a serious process. Because 14 years now that I'm finally starting my purpose and passion. 14 years.
I hate that I'm lazy about it. I should be researching and filling out this journal, and I go home and I'm like, meh.
But you know what, too, it gets overwhelming when you feel like there's so much to it that you got to do, or...
That's true, too. You avoid it when it's... Yeah, you're right.
I do that. Big time.
We all do that.
And then once you acknowledge what you're supposed to do and you have that direction, then it's like, okay, it's real now. I got to do something,
Yeah.
But yeah.
So maybe it's avoiding. Maybe I'm avoiding.
Avoidance.
Forget patience. I'm avoiding. I'm patiently avoiding.
Is it patience or is it avoidance?
I'm patiently avoiding the process.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of stuff you have to go through in the process of waiting patiently, especially when it comes to your career, because you're not just going to jump right into it. Everything happens in its perfect timing. So you have to, go through certain things. Like, a lot of people want to be somewhere. A lot of people have an idea of what they want to do. But it's like, think about the situation that you're in right now. Think about yourself and who you are right now. Are you equipped to be in that position you want to be in?
No.
Wow.
Oh, you weren't asking
me?
That
was a rhetorical question.
Oh, were you not asking me?
We can talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Now we can talk about
My
it.
bad.
You said no.
You were all in there.
I was really like...
No.
Intently staring at her like...
She's like, hell no.
She's asking me.
Yeah.
No.
Forgot you were on the podcast with me.
I did. I was in the trance. The therapy trance.
That's that deep therapy right there. Look at that.
You're funny.
You made her forget what she was, yo.
I did.
But that's okay, though. Like, knowing that you're not ready yet is okay. And I feel like, I always talk about God. I feel like God knows when the right time is for you. So through that process, what were you going to say? I don't want you to forget.
Go ahead, girl. I got it. I'm going to hold on to it.
You sure?
No,
I feel like I forgot.
No, but I'm going to try to hold on to it.
I feel like as you're waiting, you're in preparation. So it's not just that you're waiting, just stagnant, not doing anything. But some people are. You have to make sure you're diligently working towards your goal. And as you're working towards your goal, God is working on you to prepare you for the situation that you're about to come into. So, yeah.
Sorry, I had found there was a meme that came up about it, and I was like, that is so perfect. But now that I'm looking at it, it's not. I don't think I took a picture of the right one. I mean, this one's still good. It says, "Don't pray for God to open doors if you're not ready to walk through them. Pray to be ready to receive the blessing. That too is a process."
Yes.
But I just feel like at the end of the day, we have to always remember it's great to have your faith, and it's great to believe that God is going to bring you everything that you want, but you have to put in the work to get there. This is not just going to fall on your lap and you're done. You need to figure it out yourself, because this life is just all about choices and what we do for ourselves. Yeah. Figure it out, put in the work towards it, and also pray on it. And I feel like everything will eventually align. Right. Because we have to go through the rain to appreciate the sun. Didn't I say I wanted to incorporate that?
All right. That was smooth.
Nice.
You didn't need your notebook.
That's it, though. I don't have my examples for myself, but that's okay.
It'll come. No, but I think there's a scripture that says faith without works is dead. So
say it again.
Faith without works is dead.
I know that's right.
So you have to activate your faith by being diligently working towards your goals. And
patience.
And having what?
And patience.
And patience. Okay. I thought you were going to say more.
No, that was it.
But yeah, I mean, that means different things for different people, different goals. What the heck?
Keep going.
Different things and different goals. So being diligent means like maybe you might have to go back to school.
Oh, I don't want it. Yeah. I don't want it.
I know. I don't blame you.
I need money. I just have to stop spending money and save and just be able to afford to pay people for different things. I'm not going back to school. I refuse. Maybe like a few classes here and there, but I'm not like going back to school. I'm not getting into that for shit.
But not everything requires you to go back to school. So I'm sure.
No, just things like I might need to sharpen on.
Oh, like a skill.
Yeah, but not like I'm not going for a full degree. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, you might not even have to. But they also have like online stuff. Researching what you have to do.
Classes for everything.
Online is horrible though.
It is rough. Oh,
you're talking about like online classes?
Yeah.
I'm not built for it.
But I mean like online, not a degree program, just like online, like I guess seminars or whatever.
Well, you can find classes to go to. I need to go to a class. I need to sit. I need to see and focus. That online stuff would never work for me. I'm more visual.
And the good thing is they have a lot of like free classes for depending on what you want to do. Like business, they have like free business classes you can go to, so that's good. But be diligent. If you're not sure what you need to do or what you want to do in terms of career wise, just like take time. I think we spoke about this already. Take career tests. That really does actually help. Because
I need to do that.
Oh, those you'll be best at this type thing.
Yeah, they have a lot of those. Like you can find it online anywhere. Like it's like kind of like geared towards your personality or whatever, and they'll give you like 3 possible careers that would be good for you. That actually helped me because I think one of them was a counselor, one of them was a teacher, and I forgot what the other one was. And I tried to go for teaching, but it didn't work out. So I don't think I was meant to be a teacher.
Counselor, that's all in your field now, so that's good.
Yeah. So that helps, just don't give up, because sometimes we try looking into something and we feel like because we get rejected the first time or because things don't go the right way or whatever the case is, like it's not as smooth as possible. We think, all right, this is not it. But like sometimes that can be a distraction, because once you like focus in on your goal and you know where you're supposed to go, like you're gonna have some bumps in the road.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get tested. It's like I feel like as soon as you hit a certain point, there's gonna be like something to block you, and it's like, okay, how serious are you? Are you gonna work through this, or are you gonna stop?
Absolutely.
Because I'm only gonna let you go on if you work through this and get through.
Absolutely.
This roadblock. Figure that out, and then I'll take you to the next point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you just said with that that quote, the what, you have to go through the rain to get to the sunshine or something like that.
No, it was you have to go through the rain to appreciate the sunshine.
It's very true. It is very true. So, I conducted a couple polls this time. I got it right on the first try. So we asked a couple questions this time, and thank you so much for everyone who responded, because we got a lot of responses regarding patience. And I just want to pull it up to see the first question. Well, the second question was, what makes you lose patience in your relationships? Some people said when these men don't pay attention, non-attentiveness. So that seems to be a theme. Constantly lying.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, constantly lying. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You just you just a whole problem that gotta go.
Yeah. There's no tolerance or patience for any of that. I said lack of progress and lack of self-awareness. I have no patience for that. Like, you, come on. Like, you know how you acting.
Yeah.
Don't come at me crazy and then try to act like ain't nothing wrong. No, you acting up. Beware. And I feel like we're all a work in progress too. So it's like we all have to constantly work on ourselves. So if I'm over here working on myself, but you over here just staying stagnant, then I don't have patience for that. Like, come on, work through your stuff. Work through your stuff.
I don't remember the example I have for this.
I don't remember if you told me.
Say the question again.
What makes you lose your patience in your relationships?
Okay, keep reading.
You said lying.
Lying is definitely one, but there was another one. Go ahead, keep reading.
Oh yeah, there was another one.
There was another one.
No communication.
Oh, okay. I hate when you refuse to see my side of things. I feel like I don't like that. That's not fair. I hear what you're saying, but acknowledge what I'm saying and let's talk about it.
Right.
And don't hit me with that agree to disagree bullshit.
So you'll never say that?
No. Unless it's light. If it's light and it's just like, okay, you clearly feel this way. I feel, but not when it's like, when it's about me and you. Because I feel like we need to agree.
To a point.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to come to a compromise.
But I hate
so
that.
Sometimes that compromise is agree to disagree.
I don't know. I don't.
If it's a light topic,
you can't always.
If it's a light topic,
end up on something.
If it's a light topic, then yes. But if it's something heavy, then no.
No, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I guess if it's something deep, then you gotta come to some kind of
because if you're in a relationship or a marriage or whatever, you gotta be able to be for like really big stuff. You gotta be on the same page because it's not gonna work out. But if it's something like have we ever agreed to disagree?
No, because you'll ask me until I say something.
Whatever. Y'all be ganging up on me. I don't appreciate it.
I'm not saying anything.
that laugh said it all. That laugh was a little extra.
Too, right?
I'm not asking any more questions.
That's not in your nature.
That's why you love me.
You know this guy.
Crickets.
Well, say you love her.
Oh,
stupid.
okay. I love you.
Oh, wow. All right.
This guy told me I had no patience. But I was like, I was hangry. So it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Nobody has patience
so know the
when
difference.
you're hangry. Nobody has patience for that.
No.
Shut up and feed me. And then let's come back together to discuss.
Then judge me.
Until then, I'm irrational.
My patience. Right. Exactly.
See, I'm not the only one like that.
No. But you're pretty intense, though.
I didn't think I was, because I'm usually don't get to the point of shaky, hungry.
Yeah.
I hit that point. And I was losing my shit.
Oh my God.
I was bringing up old stuff. I was going.
You were fighting about stuff before you
I was like,
met him.
8 months ago.
8 months ago.
You got me pissed with this. But can we go? And finally he was like, all right, let's go eat. Yeah. 8 months ago. I was bugging. Crazy. I was bugging out.
That's crazy.
See, I've
God,
never
it's
gotten
hot.
to the point where I shake.
It's very hot today.
Oh.
Huh?
I've never gotten to the point where I shake though.
Yeah, you do.
Shake hungry?
Yeah, I've
really?
seen you
I
shaking.
don't remember.
She's seen
I've seen you shaking.
She's like, I gotta give my man some food. He's convulsing.
But you like are crazy. You can go like the whole day without eating. I don't know how you do that. I'm like,
we're built that way.
I'm slowly working towards like
I think because they're
fasting
busy.
and I'm dying.
The problem is if we're not busy.
That basically means y'all ain't doing during the day.
We do it. It's just a different time frame. Like you have
to
get
edit
things done
yourself.
fast.
You can curse, you know.
He likes me to be the only freaking one.
He cursed on the last podcast.
I did.
Did you?
Did.
What did you say?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but I remember hearing
I
it.
don't-
And I was like, no,
I don't
so
recall
happy.
this alleged curse. Anyway.
It's like 1.
Anyway. So yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how patient are you? You know, it was funny because a lot of people just said like 0 or negative. Teresa was like, is negative an answer? So some people said 8, 6, 9.5. Avenel.
Good for you.
Sparks BOM 920 said -0. You know who's I loved? Jasmine. She's like, depends. For children and elderly, 8 to 10. Lover and family, 8. Everyone else, 0.
The lies.
She's got tears.
I say lovers and family still don't even get an 8. Jazz, you live at like 6 to 8 with them. Everything else is below 3.
Yep. 7 or 8, but only a few times. I feel like if you take advantage of that, I lose it. I get it. That's Cecily. Yeah. So there's a lot of, it's kind of like split. Some people are far on the other side of the spectrum at the negative side, and some people are like pretty high. Like I said 10 for everything except for driving. I lose my patience very quickly with driving.
Me too. So I'm definitely like a 4.
Yeah.
A 4?
Yeah, driving, yeah.
Yo, I was driving behind her after we left work. We got on the highway at the same time. She left me in the dust. And I drive fast. You know I drive fast, babe. So like I was trying to catch up to her.
I was like, did it look crazy? I was like, is that Cortnie behind me? So then I get on the highway and I do my thing. But when I look back, I'm like, that can't be Cortnie because she drives faster than that. And then I just was gone.
They were blocking me. There was all these people blocking me. I was I'm trying to catch up.
I zig.
Yeah.
I was zigging.
So do I usually. I saw you. I was like, yo, she got skill. I was trying to catch up. I couldn't.
It's easier to do with a lower car too.
Yeah.
Than a truck.
Yeah. But that was funny. She was out. I couldn't even see her anymore. Like, you know how sometimes you can see them like far ahead? Like, she was gone.
So bad. That's so bad. I'm not even happy about this.
You probably were home by the time I got off the exit that I had to get up. In what aspect of your life do you have the most or least patience? So, some people... I skipped to the wrong question. Least patience for liars. That seems to be a common theme. Liars.
Well, no one likes a liar.
No one likes a liar.
They deserve 0.
How are you supposed to be patient with a liar?
I say break on them every time.
For real. Most patience as a mother, least patience in dating. A lot of people said they have patience being a mother. I feel like I lose my patience more as a mom.
Really?
Yes.
I think you're patient.
I don't know. I feel like I lose my patience a lot quicker with my daughter because she be pushing me. She's just like babe. She be picking at me on purpose.
She came out like you.
Love it.
She's just like
all right. Well, I can't wait till she starts stressing you out.
Not gonna happen.
Okay.
Just wait for it.
Just wait.
Just
wait. I have zero patience dating. I have 0 patience dating, and I don't know if it's because I've been dating for a while now, just back to back to back, but I have none.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you like turn me off, I wanna.
That's it.
Ready to delete the whole app.
You out. Yeah. I'm trying to. I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because I feel like I'm quick to cut off without communicating properly, and I'm trying to get better at that. I'm trying to be like, okay, this is what I'm not liking. that I'm noticing. Let me bring that to you and see if you're receptive and you change it. I don't do that. I'll see it and I'll be like, oh, he has this going on.
You're like, hello.
I'm just going to fade away.
Goodbye.
I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. But if you roll a little tacky, I'll be like, let me just fade the fuck away.
So if they hit you with a bag of chips and that's it for dinner?
Oh, God. A bag of chips.
Oh, my God. If you make yourself a burger and not make me a fucking burger.
What if I give you half?
No, wait. You made two burgers.
Oh, my God.
Ate the first one and then took a bite of the second one and then didn't offer
And I said,
me
oh,
it.
you wanted some?
I'm done. I will ghost you.
Episode 16, folks. Listen to Natasha's story.
Catch that.
But if you keep hitting me up months at a time, just hitting me up, I'm eventually gonna black and let you know about yourself.
You gotta let people know off the bat.
But I know, and I'm trying really hard to get better at that.
You're doing good, girl.
I think so. I exercised it this week.
No.
It felt good. To be like, this is why you got ghosted.
Bye, mother.
You know?
And how did they react?
He understood.
You paused there.
He understood.
That was a pause.
No, but he did. He understood.
It's like, what could you what are you going to say?
Yeah, it's not like you really got to come back for it.
Yeah.
No. Felt good, though.
You're like, yeah.
I was.
Did it. I said achieving my career goals is what I have the most patience with, and my discipline to lose weight is what I have the least amount of patience for. Yo, I just started exercising again, and I worked out like 3 times like 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit!
3 times during the week, 2 weeks
I
ago.
thought you were gonna say right? I was gonna be like,
and I was like, why am I not skinny?
Cortnie.
Why am I not skinny? Yeah, I only worked out 1 time this week.
I blame gravity.
How hard do you go? Are you going hard?
Not that hard. I mean, I ran the last time, which is why I didn't work out the rest of the week because I was tore up.
Oh my God.
I ran intervals on my treadmill. And usually what I'll do is I'll work out for 15 minutes on the treadmill, like doing like hills or whatever. And then I'll get off and I'll do the punching bag and kicking and squats and stuff. Girl. Yeah, but then
I love that bag.
Rocky.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
I think you need to go harder.
I do.
You need to do at least 30 minutes on the treadmill.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that.
Do at least 30. Yeah. If you could push it to
I
45, even better.
Into it.
Not go hard. Would you ease
just go right into it?
Yeah.
Because I'm mad out of shape.
But you just
push. You gotta constantly just push yourself. You need to be drenched
because
in
then
sweat.
I'm never gonna push the needle down on the scale.
Yeah, you need to be drenched in sweat. Yeah. It's easy for me. I could just go outside, and I'll immediately start sweating. My sweat glands are a little alarming. I was with a guy.
You had the big round circle.
Listen, and I don't know if it's because I did laser in my underarms.
No, that's just
that I'm like extra sweaty. No, it's like worse. And
really?
Yeah. And so, well, who knows? Because I'm just a sweater. But we were talking, and I just felt the pulls in my arms. And God. I'm like, oh, my God, I can't. I feel like if I move my arms, I'm going to chafe. You know? So I'm like, fuck it. I got to do it. I was talking while I was so tacky and disgusting. I'm having a conversation and patting my pants with the paper towel. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, listen. They're sweating. I think maybe it's the laser. I didn't think it was fully the laser, but then I just used it because I didn't want to be that tacky bitch just wiping down her pits. Like, listen, I got laser. You know, it's making me sweat more. I just don't want an issue. He bought the shit, but nice. I sold it. Yeah, but
he was like, do you, girl? Go ahead.
Yeah, he was like, oh my God, yeah, definitely. And in my head, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now, you the but I'm going to sell this shit.
Wrong with it, yo. Don't they have like some kind of a rock or something you could rub under your arm?
I heard about that. Yeah,
makes you stop sweating as much.
What is it though? What kind of a rock? It's like charcoal or something.
Alum or something like that. I think it is.
I need you to find out and send that to me.
Get you a break.
Get me a break. Get me a break. Because nothing is working.
I think there is something like that. I gotta look it up. But yeah.
Do you Google like sweat rock?
You know what? That might work. I don't know.
Sweat rock.
It might work.
If that's the purpose of it, it should
Yeah, because what it does is it shrinks the pores, so you don't sweat as much.
Oh, I
think
have
it's
flat. I
alum.
feel like I have big
I think
pores.
it's alum.
Why do you know everything?
Useless
He does know
information.
really random
You
stuff.
heard about that sweat rock? She's actually Googling it right
It's a
now.
sweat rock. Is it called a
Is it
sweat
on
rock?
Amazon?
It's definitely not a sweat rock. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Try
Clothing actually came up.
alum. ALLUM.
Alum.
I think so.
If that's it, then I'm done with you. Knows everything. Oh man, I wish I had something like a sweat rock for my face right now. Is that only for under your arms?
Yeah, I think something.
I wouldn't put a rock
Why?
on my face, even though I don't even want to put it in my arms.
I mean, they got pumice stones. That's kind of like a
You're gonna
a
rub
rock
your
for
face
your
with a rock.
Yeah, they got pumice. Like, I mean, not pumice. Like, what do they call it?
No,
Microdermabrasion
that's
and
not the same.
exfoliation.
That's not the same.
Yeah, it is.
The skin on your face is different from your underarm.
I know, but they have like certain things that you could put on your face that are kind of like more rough.
Yeah, but not abrasive like a rock.
Take a rock to your face.
Hold on, let me go rub on this wall for a minute.
He's so stupid. Whatever. Did you find it?
I don't know what I'm reading. I need a minute with this. There's not like a great description. It's like, what? Dude, how do you not have a description as to what the hell this is? There's a crystal body deodorant rock, though. It looks aggressive.
Just pointy.
It looks
You
like
just
I'm
slice up
gonna
your
have
underarms.
cuts and stuff.
Oh, God. Then you have a whole nother problem other than the sweat.
And then it doesn't have a scent. So, like,
No,
what?
it's scentless.
All right, so what happens, like, if I sweat a little? I don't know.
We're supposed to, cut down a lot of the sweat, supposedly.
All right, I'm going to have to look into this later.
How did we get to sweat?
Because of my nasty ass, but
Patience.
it's like,
She
you
doesn't
know.
have patience with her pits.
Patience with your pits.
Oh, my gosh. I might have just told the world about my sweaty pits
That's all good.
and my tackiness.
I'm sure you're
With a
not the
paper
only
towel
one.
and a man. It is what it
You're
is. though.
confident in your pits.
My thing is this. If I I can't even speak. If you're gonna stick around, you
That's
have to
it.
know that this is what you're getting.
This is what it is.
I
That's
wipe
right.
down my pits at times.
That's it.
Full disclosure.
Can you handle this?
And you may have to help.
Imagine. No, you will never have to.
It's like, grab this
You're holding
towel.
your child. and
never-
You need him to get the other one.
Oh my
Because
god.
the kid might slip out of your hands, yo.
Babe, can you get this pit for me right
That's
here?
so fucking extra. I'm dropping kids with sweats with my pit sweat. I'm so done with you.
This is so slippery.
I'm done with both of you. That is so
See, she
stupid.
co-signed with me on that when you saw her, right?
It's alright because she had me last week on the bird and shit. We're not gonna relive that conversation.
We did find out what it's supposed to be, right? I don't remember.
We're not gonna live that again. But Westman said I wasn't fully wrong.
All right.
And so I'll take it.
Vindication.
I'll take it.
Vindication.
We're just gonna leave it there. All right, where were we? I'm sorry.
Girl, I don't even know. We're
Wow.
talking about.
Were we doing the
We're talking
poll?
about
Were we
patience.
still
Way
on?
No, we're finished with the poll. So thanks
Oh.
again, everyone who answered.
My bad.
We are, believe it or not, we're actually talking about patience.
Mm-hmm.
Patience and faith.
You have patience
But,
with us because we're
yes.
talking some random shit right now.
You gotta have patience with us every podcast because we
You know?
always go left. Well, I'm pointing to the right. Talking about left.
Mine left, you're right. Damn.
What a mess. The YouTube experience is a whole nother level, guys. You gotta watch us sometimes. Just gotta watch.
Imagine when we go live.
Oh, God. That's scary. Would you guys want to see a live show of us?
Live stresses me out. Even though we don't usually
It's
do
the same
anything that needs to
thing.
be cut. I know.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I get
Yeah,
stressed.
because you never know what'll happen.
You
but it
never
would
know
be
what
cool.
shit comes out of my mouth that needs to be cut. That you can't cut.
You can't
It's too
take it
late.
back.
It's out there. That scares me.
Yeah. Or like an awkward pause or something like that. But then it'll be good to have people because then when we don't know what to say, they could just like stand up and ask a question.
Mhm.
Like, so anybody got a question?
Yeah,
Keep the conversation flowing. Okay. All right. Back to patience. Sorry.
Lost you there for a minute?
Yeah.
I was gone too. I don't know where I was. I think I was staring at the light. Like
you were on the beach with the white sand.
Maybe I was. I'm really sad this drink is about to be
almost
done.
over. I have like a little sliver that I'm
You're trying
literally
to
milking.
that bad boy.
Yes.
I'm done. That was good.
Huge
all right.
ice cube in it.
You have notes. What else you got?
Yeah, I was gonna say. A lot of people try to do a whole bunch of things at once. Like you have a goal, like one specific goal in mind, but you're trying to do like 50 other different things. Like don't force anything. Just like it's a natural process that you have to go through. Like there's nothing wrong with doing multiple things, but like don't overdo it. You know what I mean? Like perfect your craft in this one area and then move on to the next thing, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's
that you can't multitask, that you got to be perfect in one thing first?
No, not perfect. I'm saying like
master.
I did say perfect your craft, so but I mean like work on that. Like if you have this one goal, I'm saying like don't try to just like do 50 million other things just to get there faster, just to get more money, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I don't think. I think if you try to do too many things at once, you're not going to get anywhere anyway. Because you're just going to be spinning your wheels, like they say.
Yeah, almost like running in place.
Yeah, because you're going to do 15,000 things and you can't dedicate enough time to one. How are you going to make anything work?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. I can't have a conversation and text at the same time.
Me either. And he gets
mad
at me for
you
that.
can't do both.
I can't handle it.
No. And neither can you.
Yeah, I can. I can text and talk to you.
You think you can, but you
you're
really
just mad
can't.
because you can't do it.
This dude act like he don't ever.
Always.
Right now, I'm talking and operating the board.
Yeah, and sometimes you forget to turn your mic on. So there's that.
I might forget to turn yours back on.
You did already.
I like watching you guys sometimes.
Sometimes, right?
Stupid pickers.
Stay out of
then
these
sometimes you're
pickers.
like, okay, stop, ew.
We're not having that today.
Oh,
I think I'm safe with this topic.
Yeah. There's nothing crazy. And also, too, sometimes when you're in the process of going towards something or you're waiting, things can get a little chaotic. I don't know if we already said this in the podcast because the way my memory is set up, but like things can get chaotic and people will get distracted by that and want to like just run in the opposite direction. But it's like sometimes you're just supposed to stay in it. You're just supposed to go through it, feel whatever you're feeling through it, and just get to the other side. And on the other side is going to be the next level. I always think of that like when I'm going through hard times, because it's really easy to think that like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Instead of thinking about, okay, this is happening for a reason.
You say it every time, but like every aspect of life. Like
It's
I'll be going
true.
through something like with someone and I'm just like, oh my God, Court, this is how I feel. This is what's bothering me. You're like, oh, that just means like you're the next level. You're going to go to the next level now. You have to just get rid of that. I'm just like, I'm not ready.
It's true though. It really is true. And like if it kind of helps your thoughts and your mind state when you think of it in that way, it's kind of like reframing it and thinking like, okay, instead of dwelling on, oh my God, this is horrible, which you're entitled to do, obviously, because we all go through tough times. It's not easy and you feel a certain way. You should allow yourself to feel it. But like in the back of in your mind, you can always have that thought like, okay, this is going to pass. And then after this passes, there's a lesson that I'm going to learn in this. And then I'm going to move on and I'm going to go higher. And every time you're going to go higher, every time, as long as you make the right decision and as long as you, I don't know where I was going to go with that.
I feel like the hardest part of that, of all of that is like, let's say you're with someone or you're parting with someone or you just have someone very, very close to you that affects your vibration and your energy, and you realize that, oh my God, I'm ready to move forward or move up, elevate higher, and you're not there. And I feel like I either have to leave you here or I have to stay here.
Yeah.
And I feel like the hardest thing is to get rid of that to move forward.
That's extremely difficult.
Because that's the reality in a lot of things that we do in life. with relationships, with work, with anything. Just if you want to move ahead, unfortunately, your crew is gonna has to be on that same wave, in my opinion. Absolutely. Not everyone would agree with me. I could already hear like Wesley not agreeing with me.
No, but you're right.
Because she you know, I'm saying, because she might not feel this way, but I feel like she was saying, no, you could have friends in this way and that way and it doesn't matter. But I feel like it does.
It does.
I feel like if you want to move forward and you're trying to constantly move ahead and elevate and change and this and that and better and more, and you have to have friends that are in the same mindset, that can just help you and grow with you, and everyone's growing at the same time, and everyone's on that same wavelength and that energy and can feed off each other.
Yep.
But you can't keep someone who's stagnant and who has a slightly hater energy.
Absolutely. 100%.
Because that person is
100%.
going to either keep you back or just give you bad energy moving forward.
Suck your energy.
Yeah.
Sap your energy.
So that's such a difficult thing.
And I am a firm believer, which I know a lot of people are probably not going to agree with me on this, but I also feel like that those type of people hold you back from your destiny, hold you back from going to higher levels, no matter what. Even if you keep them around as like, you know, kind of a friend or acquaintance, or no, they need to go. They need to be out in a barrel. Completely.
It's hard with that whole what is the saying, the season, that people are here for a season or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's hard when they've been active in your life for so long, and it's like, oh my God, how do I end this chapter?
Yes.
Because I know that you don't belong in the next one.
That is so difficult. And what I'm looking for is that meme that I sent you. And now it's not here. It said something about like the people that you meet. Oh, here it is. The people you meet are either reflections of a repeated cycle or guides towards a new start. Notice the difference.
Oh my God. Yes.
I love that.
You outgrow people. There's people that serve your purpose at the time where you are in life, but there's times that you change and you grow and you evolve, and that person's just not on your timing.
Right. I like how you worded that.
We might have to change the name of this topic to patience and something else.
I know, right? Because we're not really talking that much about
honestly,
faith. It's more like something.
I went a little left with it.
No, I love where you're going. Keep going.
But this is just something that I've been dealing with recently, and I've been feeling, and it's been something that has been disrupting my sleep, disrupting my life, because I have such a hard time severing any type of relationships, except for dating. I'd be severing those motherfuckers quick. But loved ones, I have the hardest time with. You fucking with me?
I am, but go ahead.
Stop fucking with me.
Exploding over.
No, with some guys, all right, I'm also a link. I let link. Shut the.
Let the record show. I did not say it. It almost came out. Did not say it.
Her face is always a tell-all to me. Okay, there's some that I cut off immediately. There's some I let linger, and it is a cycle, and it is a pattern that I have that I've been working through.
And I applaud you for working.
I journaled about it the other day at the end of Mercury retrograde of things that I've realized, things that I'm not happy with, and things that I want, and ways to change it. And so that's why I'm on the new wave of just honesty, and then we'll see how it goes. But I'm struggling with it in certain avenues.
But you're diligently working towards it.
But it's
so God will meet you where you're at.
Oh my God, it's so hard.
It's very hard.
It's so hard.
It's very hard. Y'all know the story that I went through. I already told it on the friendships episode, so I get it, girl. It is hard, but you know what? Here I go again talking about on the other side. It's so amazing how quickly things happen, because, you know, a lot of times we'll hold ourselves back from making a decision or doing something that we're dreading because of, you know, it just doesn't feel good. But like or we think that afterwards it's going to be a certain type of way, or like something's going to happen, or it's going to take a long time for something to happen. But like when you finally make that decision, and like you'll notice the difference right away. You'll feel so much lighter. You'll feel great. Like you'll feel like, okay, I can exhale now. You can sleep again.
It's not a burden. It's not a weight on your shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man, it's hard.
It's hard.
But you made such great points, Mel, talking about how it's important to have people around you who are of the same ilk. I've always wanted to say that word.
I like that. I don't know what it means, but I like it.
Cut from the same cloth, of the same.
Yeah, same type.
Yeah. It needs to be people that are where you are, and where you want to be. People that are perhaps a few steps ahead. But I feel like it'll work because you're moving in that direction. It's not like you're just there existing stagnant and not working. So people that are on your wavelength and people that you strive to align with, that's who you want to be in your immediate circle.
I gotta get some more of those. The where I want to be is
that comes from networking. And I feel like that's why those are things that you and I need to do. Yeah. We need to go to more events and start networking with people.
Yeah, Mel is so good with that. Like, you are so good with that. And I hate it. I'm so antisocial.
You're not, though.
Like, I'm not, but I am.
You
like,
anticipate
I'm
that,
introvert.
but when you anticipate that. But I feel like once you actually are around people and get in a room, you're very comfortable and you're very social and you're great. But it's your thought process before you get there. You block that part of yourself.
Ooh,
you say that you're an introvert, but you're not. You're really not. If you can do this, you're really not.
Oh my God. Revelations.
Well then, hello.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.
That really like shook me a little bit. Oh my God. I have some reflecting to do.
You just have to stop making excuses and let's do it.
Okay. Yes.
That's it.
You're right. Dang. I just hate the awkwardness of like not knowing people. And I feel like I always feed off of like...
They don't know you either.
They don't know you either. So someone's going to take the lead, whether it's them, whether it's me. And then you just throw in. It's all going to be what it's supposed to be because we're aligning where we're supposed to be. Right. We have to put our foot forward to get ahead.
You better preach on.
What?
Yeah,
and that just came out.
You're right. Yeah. You're right. You know what it is? It's my self-confidence too. Like sometimes I get insecure.
You don't know them, they don't know you.
Shut myself down before I even give myself a chance.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh God. That really
therapy
really
on the
me.
couch today. I clearly needed it. I clearly brought this topic up because I needed this.
So did I, girl. We here for each other. There it is. Y'all are witnessing a therapy session between me and Mel, going back and forth.
I feel like a lot of people have been going through the same thing lately. Yeah. Just conflicts within yourself, within your immediate friends, family. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta start being a little bit more selfish.
And I'm coming to really learn that. I'm I'm finally starting to say no when it's something I don't want to do. I don't want to have to make excuses and lie, but I don't want to lie about it. I just want to say, oh, that sounds great, but no, thank you, I'm not interested.
That's beautiful. Honestly, I respect you more if you're honest.
It's hard because I feel like I'm constantly worried about people's feelings, but at the end of the day, I have to start realizing I just want to be upfront with you. You have to either respect it, and if it's not something you can respect, then you're going to have to just go. I'm actually becoming very okay with people not being a part of my life. Yeah. And it took a long time to get here, but it's okay.
Yeah, because everybody can't come with you.
Exactly.
Everybody can't come. But they going to wish they was there when they see where you get to.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to say that when you do elevate, that you can't come back. But you have to match.
You got to bring it.
We have to be on the same vibrational level. I can't I'm not coming down for you. I'm not staying down for you. But if there's a day that we come across each other again and you have come up, then we can coexist.
That's
but
it.
I'm telling you.
Partners too. Because I realized in dating that I'm looking at people and I'm like, oh my gosh. Sir. And it's crazy because I feel like I was never good at reading certain things about people. But now it's like in a conversation, I can pick out 3 to 4 things that are flags. And I'm just like, oh, God, like you have emotional issues. Oh, shit, you haven't worked through that past relationship trauma. This is going to affect me.
Yes.
Like it's.
And you're like, abort.
It's crazy. I had a conversation with a guy the other day. What did he say to me? He gave me a scenario between a man and a man and a wife or a girlfriend, where a husband and wife. He said a husband and wife. He said that they're together. He disappears on weekends to go hang out with his friends or, you know, do whatever he does. And that's the time that they can really spend together. But he disappears every weekend. So now the girlfriend tells you this. Now, how do you approach this conversation? Because you don't want to interfere with a marriage. And I agree, because I'm not one, like, marriage to me is just a whole nother level.
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, see, this is something that I feel like me and Cortnie we've talked about something similar. Like, at the end of the day, I said it I was such a little cocky ass about it. And I was like, see, me and my friends are in tune with our inner being. I said, because all I'm going to say to my friend is, do you feel it? What do you feel? Do you feel like this man is being dishonest and cheating? Because you feel your partner. You have to be that in tune with yourself.
You have to.
If you don't feel it, then maybe your partner just needs a break. But it's up to you to communicate that. But I was like, I said, I can't have those friends. I can't have a friend that's not fully in tune. I should be able to look at you and be like, what do you feel? And I want my friend to be like, you know what? I don't feel it.
It don't feel right. It feels off.
Or I don't think he's cheating. Well, then he's probably not cheating. But let's now discuss how you need to figure this out and move forward with him. But and he was just like, oh, okay, that's true. I was like, we're not on this young shit anymore.
Yeah.
We are grown fucking women.
Word.
Know yourself. Get in tune with that intuition. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to elevate with your career too. You got to know what is a good and a bad situation. Who's good and bad to move forward with. If it's the timing or not, you will feel it.
Oh my God, Mel.
Intuition. Get clear.
Yes.
Get clear.
Yes. Melissa Torres, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm having a thing today, huh? Oh, I think it was my journaling session the other day.
Yeah.
I think it was my journaling session the other day.
Everybody needs
really
to
put a lot
go back and rewind that and listen to it again.
It put a lot in perspective.
Because you're not going to know what to do. When you're on that journey towards what you're supposed to be doing, you're not going to know where to go next.
No one's going to tell you anything.
That's
not going to be anyone to tell you.
And your intuition comes in because it's like you said, you have to feel it. You have to just be like, all right, I trust, I have faith that you're going to show me where I'm going to go, and I'm going to feel it and I'm going to know.
I feel like it's like when I got my apartment. I went to so many different apartments and I walked in each one and it never felt right. There was a darkness in a lot of places and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And when I went into the apartment that I'm in now, as soon as I walked in, immediately I said, I really love this space. How can I apply? Like within 5 minutes, within really 2 minutes of being in this space, I don't even think I completely walked over the whole fucking space. And I was like, the energy, what I feel right now, nothing could be more right. But I needed to see these other places to feel what that darkness was, to feel what this light was. And so, and it was meant to be because he had so many people were interested in this apartment. And he called me 2 days later and said, it was between you and another girl. You were in a little bit of a better position than she was. He said, your credit score was higher. You make more. I also didn't have a pet. She did. And he was like, you have first dibs. Do you want it? And I immediately said yes. And then hung up and cried, laughed. It was the weirdest fucking thing ever. But awesome. it was the feeling. And I will never forget that feeling ever.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yo, it's crazy that you said that. I swear, we're like so similar. It's crazy. Because that is exactly what happened with this house. Like, right, babe?
Yeah.
As soon as we walked in, I was like, this is it. I feel it. And even in other parts of the house, like, I always felt Inaya's presence in her room.
Wow.
I used to, like, right, babe? Yeah. I would always go in that room and I would feel so peaceful.
That's so sweet.
I felt her way before she was even conceived. And like I would be in her room and I would just sit there. We used to try to meditate in the room.
I love it.
Yeah.
I would do my homework in there sometimes. It just felt so good.
Fucking meditation.
Yeah.
Me and Cortnie were at work. And our coworker told me, she was like, you know, I went into we have like these 2 rooms that you can like sit and get on the phone, or
have frosted glass so nobody can see you.
Yeah, you can pump, you can whatever it is to do, you go there. And I've never used these rooms. So she's like, man, I went in there to listen to my rain sounds and just chill for a few.
Rain sounds?
Yeah, she was trying to just take like a cat nap. And she's like, I can hear someone next door just talking. But when she said it, I said, oh my God, I want to meditate. I want to do a quick meditation in this room just to rejuvenate myself and refocus, whatever.
Because it was rough that day.
It was. So I go to Cortnie and I'm like, you know, I mentioned the meditation. She's like, I'm down. So we go over there. We sit on the floor. We attempted. Literally.
A guiding meditation.
We're listening to a guided meditation. The wall is literally paper thin. I heard an entire conversation next door. I was so fucking pissed.
But the timing of it was so funny because whenever the guy was saying like, just take a moment and listen to your surroundings. And then he would get quiet and all of a sudden you would hear her going,
oh my God. Then we finally got it together and went back. We left and then came back and then we got through our meditation, which we're going to do again, by the way. I would like to make that a regular thing to do. Because I felt better after.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe I'll bring some lavender and we can do the 2 and really try to.
Yes.
We need to start manifesting this podcast taking off because I feel like we have a dope thing and it's just not moving fast enough.
But you know what? That's another thing.
Tell a friend, y'all.
yes, please. If you like us, the best way that you can support us is give us 5-star ratings and recommend us to other people. But what was I gonna say? You just said something about manifesting. Oh, it's not taking off fast enough, but everything has its perfect timing.
I know, you're right, and that's what this episode's about: patience. And clearly, I lack patience. I fucking lack it. I do. I'm not the most patient person. I'm not. Clearly,
you just have to stay consistent and diligent and patient. Just keep doing what you're doing. As long as you're doing the right thing, just keep on that path, and you'll eventually see it starting to go.
Yeah.
So that has also been the theme these last couple weeks. Slow and steady wins the race. I've heard that.
Yeah.
You've showed me things that are saying the same thing.
Oh my God, I've been coming across so many things that are telling me that. And I'm just like, fuck, okay.
Yeah. We know the people who are rocking with us know what's going on here and what's going to happen. And I truly have faith and believe that it's going to be bigger than it is right now. But I'm so grateful for where we are right now. I'm grateful for the people who are listening right now and who are getting something out of it. I'm grateful to just even be talking to you guys.
I mean, this is
even if nobody
this is
listens
my therapy
to it.
session, honestly.
Me too.
I try to be as transparent as possible.
I love it.
Because I want people to really get something from it. And it's also helping me move forward and heal and do what I need to do.
That's beautiful.
But I don't want to stay here and tell fucking lies and then I have to remember the lie. Like, you know, and I feel sometimes it's hard because I feel like, damn, I hate telling myself I feel stupid in this, you know, in certain situations. But then I'm like, you know what? We're all here doing the same thing.
It's so relatable.
We make stupid fucking decisions, and it's all about recognizing it, forgiving yourself, and moving forward, and just changing the pattern. And the patterns that I've had, I've realized this week, and it was rough. It was rough. But
self-awareness, though.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get to that change, is recognizing it and addressing it and moving forward. Sometimes it only takes one little thing to change a pattern.
It really does. It really, and it's the hardest fucking thing.
One little decision that you do, one thing you do different. And I'm struggling with that in terms of my health.
It's hard. Yeah.
You know,
it's hard.
Yeah. So, I mean, also, like, you were talking about having the right people around you. I was telling Mel the other day, like, oh my God, what would I have done if I never opened my mouth and told you that I'm actually really going forward with this podcast? Like, because a while before I started planning it, I had talked to her and a couple other friends, and I was like, I want to do a podcast. It would be dope if we could all be on it. But then it just kind of went, like, everybody was like, yeah, let's do it. Like you said, yeah, let's do it. But like, I didn't, go anywhere with that. But then I started really getting all these ideas and started writing it down and started planning everything to the point where I had the logo.
You had everything. You had the equipment.
Yeah.
Like, when I first got here to do the first episode, I said, what in the fuck? This whole basement is a fucking studio. I was so nervous. I was like, there's lights. Oh my God, a mic. Cute. Like, wait a minute.
It was so cute.
Wait a minute. She was for real.
But like, get this. Can you guys imagine what this podcast would be like if it was just me? You know what I'm saying? It was just me in my head. But I opened my mouth and I was like, something told me to talk to you about it and show you the logo. I showed you the logo, and as soon as I showed you, you're like, I'm doing this with you. And I was like, word? Like, I was scared. I'm like, what if she's not, like, I don't know if she's going to really be committed. Like, I know we have great conversation, but I was scared. I was like, okay, but this is like my baby. Like, you saw how I was. Like, I was freaking out. But then it's like, I saw your passion.
I mean, you were so excited about it, and it seemed so dope, because at the same when you told me that it was going to be about relationships, I'm like, girl, I have stories. This sounds like it could be fun. And I was just like, fuck it, let's do it.
And it's like, oh my God.
But then once we started doing it, I was like, oh my God, this is like for real. Well, I think it hit me. We have recorded 3 episodes, and it was time to promote it. And when you hit the button for Instagram to promote it, I was like,
yes,
oh
it
God,
got real.
This is real. People are gonna know my raggedy ass business.
It felt so different after
my
that.
Gibbs
like,
story, just something. The horrific shit that I've dealt with.
It's so great though. Everybody loves your transparency.
Fuck it.
But it's like, it's so great to be in it with someone who has the same passion for it that I do. You know what I mean? And who wants to see it go higher, and who just wants things for themselves. Like you. Like, I know you have a lot of things that you want to accomplish.
Well,
a lot of things you want to do.
We're on the same vibration, which is why we feed off each other, and it's a positive relationship.
I'm telling you, people, go out and get you a good friend who's going to cheer you on when you're talking about something that you're interested in doing or thinking about, and who's like, you got this, girl. Like, that's what you and Jen do for me. Like, oh my God, I'm going to get emotional. But I love that. No, I'm not. I cried once. I filled my quota. But like, I appreciate that you guys, when I give like an idea that I have, that you don't like just give it a like, oh, that's cool.
Nothing is.
Y'all be sending me emojis like, yo, that's cool, yo.
Yes.
Go, girl.
Yes. Nothing is more important to me, and I know that these people exist and that it's not the easiest thing to find. But there's nothing more important to me than a friend who is a cheerleader when they're not in the best space for themselves.
That's right.
That to me is a tell-all. And it's now that I'm realizing this about people in my life, that I'm like, I don't think you fit anymore. You're not a cheerleader for me. And I understand that you're in a dark space, and I've been in a dark space. I was in the darkest time of my life 3 years ago, but it didn't stop me from being happy and congratulatory to a friend of mine going through something wonderful.
Yep.
And you know what? That friend was there for me too when I needed to cry and vent the same story 8 times. She filled her role and I filled mine. And I think that's what friendship is. Yep. And if you don't feel that, then I think it's time to move on, because I think that my requirements for friends are changing. Requirements for people in my life are changing. Yeah. We need to be supportive.
And that's okay. And you don't have to feel bad about that.
We need to be supportive.
Thank you for your friendship thus far. Now it's time to move on.
Even if you're a friend that just can't be around that much, support from afar.
And support means different things for different people.
This topic went right.
We're all over the place. I don't even care.
I clearly had things that I've been feeling that I've just needed to work through on this couch today. And so we're going to work on this name. That's what we're here for. It's patience and something else going on in this topic, and we're going to figure this out. Patience and other. Patience and therapy talk for Mel. But it's fine.
And me too, because, girl, you gave me a serious revelation.
It's fine. Oof. But anyway.
I told you I heard there was a divine message coming through today.
You sure did.
There's a divine message coming through. Somebody out here needs to hear something that we're talking about. And I just want y'all to know you're not alone. We are here with you.
You're never alone in any of the raggedy shit going on. I'm probably
the raggedy stuff,
right there or been through that.
The life stuff, the insecure stuff. You know what? Like, a lot of people go through stuff, but some people go through their own internal struggle. Like me, for instance. I am my own worst enemy.
We all are.
I beat myself up on the inside all the time. I talk myself down. He's always building me up. Thank God for you. So make sure you get you people, partners, get into marriages and relationships, friendships that will build you up and not tear you down. People who are going to want to see you succeed and not be jealous of your success.
Yeah.
We don't need that energy.
You don't need negative energy. Don't need that energy. You need all the positive energy you could get. There it is. Why y'all keep trying to go back to church? Y'all went through a whole church scene. Was it last week or the week before?
Last week.
It was so funny.
Yeah, because you was up here preaching.
I was like, I don't know what I was going to say.
I got to get you the robe, yo.
So stupid. You got to get me another drink is what you got to get me.
Yeah, I could go for another one too.
That was delish.
Thank you.
I'm so hot right now. Okay.
And faith is not an easy thing to have, because faith is, I think in the scripture it says faith is the evidence of things hoped. I don't know. I'm not even going to play it. Like, I know what it says. But there. Basically, believing in something that you can't see.
Touch, feel, hear, nothing.
The mustard seed?
Yes, thank you. Because that's where I was going with it. All you need is a little bit. If anybody is into, like, church and wants to listen to a very good sermon, look up Bishop T.D. Jakes, and I think it was the last sermon he had like a week ago. I don't remember the name of it, so sorry, but he's talking about the faith of a mustard seed. So all you need is a little bit to activate your blessings. So if you're struggling with having faith, just have, or just take whatever you can muster up, and you'll be amazed at how much you can, how much will come from that.
I feel like, again, when you tap into that intuition and things like that, when you become much more in tune with your soul, with your inner being, I feel like there's times that I've meditated on certain things and I felt something. When I focused on what I needed to know, I felt it, and it's that communication. You just have to get sharper with the communication, because it's always coming through. Messages are always coming through. We have conversations and we'll listen to something and the message will be there. You just have to be aware of that.
Yeah. Sometimes the words
pay close attention. Yeah. If you're thinking of something intently, all of a sudden you'll listen to something on YouTube or something and it'll answer you. So it's just pay attention to everything going on.
From everywhere. The messages will come from everywhere. The least person that you expect to give a message, you'll get it from. A stranger on the street will walk up to you and tell you something. You know, it'll come from every and anywhere. True. You'll read something.
Yes. You just have to be aware and in tune enough to connect the dots.
Yeah. You have to be open.
That's all you have to be required to do. Connect the dots. That's it.
And be open. Don't put your blinders on after you ask for something. Like, look for it. Look and see what you get. You know, you will get your answer. Yes, you will. I don't know who needed to hear that, but somebody needed to hear that. I
needed to work through that, so thank you for listening. I'm sorry if we went a little too far left, but things have been sitting on my soul, and I just needed to... this is my healing session, so I just needed to let that out.
Yeah, man. If y'all want to have a healing session with us, send us some stories. What are you guys working through? Yeah. What are y'all struggling with?
Let us know, because we'd love to just chop it up and talk about it. I'm sure I've dealt with it or in the process, and we don't have to use names.
And I know, like, we're not live or whatever, because a lot of people have been coming up to us and saying, you guys should have like a phone number and so we can call in. We have a phone number now.
We have a number now.
You know, you can leave a message if you prefer to talk instead of
writing
or sending a DM if you're not really good with social media. So that phone number is 929-260-0268. We both have the app on our phone, so we both will hear it. If you guys just want to talk, just talk it out. You can call us and talk. We'll listen. And if you want us to address it, we can talk to you on the next episode and just, you know, flesh it out. You guys want advice about anything, or if you just want to just vent.
Exactly. Or if you want to know if we've been through something similar.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. More than likely, yeah. More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, man. We're all here in a shared experience. So, again, we really appreciate everyone who's still rocking with us. Still. You know, these podcasts are long, but hopefully you're getting something out of it.
Yes.
Was there anything else? Oh. Affirmations.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say something else. Okay. The affirmation for the week: our patience will achieve more than our force. So just remember, like, not to force anything. Everything is going to happen in its divine timing. Just be diligent.
Be diligent. Be patient. Have faith. All right, y'all. That was a deep, weird, twisted one.
It was.
Twists and turns all over, but it felt good.
It did. I needed it.
I
do actually feel better.
Good. I'm glad. I feel good. I realized some stuff about myself that I needed to.
Yeah.
Onward and upward, folks. So have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.